Hey guys, welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to do shading. So guys, I have taken this picture as a reference one. I have already drawn the outlines of this drawing and you can find the link in the description of that video. You can go and watch it. So yes guys, before wasting any more time, let's get started. So guys, first of all, I will divide the whole shading process into 3 steps: shading, blending and highlights. All these 3 steps are important to make your drawings or make your artwork look realistic. So don't forget all these 3 steps. Many of the people neglect the highlight ones because they think even if they do not give the highlights, their drawing will look good, but that's not the case. You need to cover all these 3 things to make your artwork look realistic. So guys, let's go for the first step: shading. So guys, when it comes to shading, I generally start off from the eyes, but there are no particular things that you have to start from eye. You can start from anywhere, every part of the drawing. So guys, basically I will tell you some rules which you need to keep in your mind while shading anything, and which I keep in your mind. They are not certainly required for everyone because everyone follows their own way of shading, own way of drawing. So it is not mandatory to do it. You can also create your own steps, but for now let's go for these rules. So guys, first of all, you need to observe from your reference picture that which are the light areas and which are the dark. Then you need to give a base layer or a base shading with an HB grade pencil to the whole area, whether it is light or dark, no matter. And remember, while shading any part, it is light or dark, you should not apply much pressure because it will be harder to erase that area once you have applied much pressure. So it will be harder to give you highlights in that area. Well, you can also use a high pressure in shading those areas which are completely dark and there is no highlights. The next step is layering. Now you need to observe from the reference picture that how dark or light an area is, and according to that you will add layers to it. The more layers you add to your drawing, the more darker that area becomes. So by adding more layers you can make an area darker. But remember, while adding layers, you should not be applying much pressure, which will make the area difficult to be erased. It is important to note that how dark or how light the area is, because this is what will make your drawing look 3D. So let's recall it one more time. First of all, you need to add a base layer with a lighter grade pencil. I generally use HB pencil for this. Then after that, you need to observe from the reference picture that how dark or how light your area is, and according to that you will have to shade that particular area. Now let's move on to the second step, that is blending. For blending, there are not a particular tool. There are many tools which are used by different artists for blending, but I generally like blending with a brush. I use makeup brush for blending, and I generally move my brush in a circular pattern for blending. Moving a brush in a circular pattern will make it easier for you to blend a particular area, and it also gives a soft texture. Well, anyways, blending in a circular pattern is not necessary. I generally like this method, so I use it, and it depends on you what you use. You will come to know about different types of method by using it by yourself. So use different methods and experience it yourself, and you will find which method will be helpful to you. Now here you may be wondering what I am doing with the brush again. Well, I am adding more details with the charcoal powder. Yes, you can also use charcoal powder for shade. I use charcoal powder after the blending step, basically to make the skin texture more smoother and to cover up the darker areas. Well, it is not necessary to use particularly charcoal powder for doing this step. You can also add one more layer for adding the details using your graphite pencils and then blend it again using the brush. So as per the steps I have mentioned before, following all those similar steps, let me complete shading the whole face. Now guys, that I have done all the shading and also the blending, but the face still looks flat. The one thing which is missing is highlighting. You should never forget highlighting your drawings because it will create a different level of 3D effect in your drawing. Even though your shadings are all perfect and blendings are good, but the face will still won't look that good because you haven't done the highlights. So do not ever forget to do the highlights on your drawing. Now this is how my drawing looks before highlight, and let's see how it will look after highlights. Now guys, as I have done all the highlightings, now you can clearly see the difference between the one before highlight and after highlight. So highlighting in your drawing creates a very good effect which makes it look real. Guys, if you learned anything from this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on so that you will not miss any kind of art related uploads that I make in the future. Thank you so much for watching.